Hi there.
This is just a quick question for the Bearded Bard.
That would be me.
The October 1st shooter here in Las Vegas fired over 1,000 rounds before someone could get through the door and kill him. In that time, he shot over 400 people and killed 60. Can you tell me that he would have done that same amount of damage if he only had a knife?
No, he absolutely could not have done that if he only had a knife. But there are many other ways he could have done that same thing without using a gun. A gun is just simply, in that case, the most convenient tool for that person. We can look back at different times where people have used car bombs or just literal cars to plow through people. I remember one of these mass shooters was a pilot. If they would have taken just a small plane, they could have crashed it into a crowd and killed many, many people. And I'm not saying that guns are not a problem. Do not hear me saying that. I do fully believe that there is a gun problem in the United States. But getting rid of them is not going to solve the problem of evil people are evil no matter what tool they're going to use.
And to address your comment specifically, if you don't believe that gun laws will work, then why do we have any laws at all? Right? By your same argument, we shouldn't have any laws whatsoever. We shouldn't have drinking and driving laws. We shouldn't have speeding laws. We shouldn't have laws against stealing. We shouldn't have laws against sex trafficking, right? Because, the criminals don't follow the laws, right? That's your logic. So, what is the fix for this? I'm really genuinely curious to hear what you have to say.
No, I do not believe that taking laws out of the equation completely is going to solve anything. I think laws are good, but I also believe that only good people follow laws. If they're a lawbreaker, they're going to break the laws no matter what. Doesn't matter what laws are in place, if they are a bad person, they're going to break those laws. If you take away suicides and accidental gun deaths, the statistics drop dramatically. And then in the US, if you take the top 3 cities with gun crime and remove them, our statistics drop so incredibly low, it's almost laughable. Again, not saying that guns are not a problem. It is a bad thing that people can get a hold of a gun and go kill a lot of other people. But they can do the same thing with tannerite, something that is very easy to get. You don't have to have a background check, and it blows up pretty drastically. Also, there's places online that you can go that can teach you to make an explosive device from everyday household chemicals. No background check, no nothing. You can just buy these things. Also, if you can rent vehicles like a moving van or a truck, those can do a lot of damage as well, just plowing them through a crowd. Again, my point is not guns aren't a problem. It's that evil people are a problem. That no matter what we do with laws, there's going to be good people who follow the laws and evil people who do not follow the laws. I wish I knew a solution to gun crime in the US. I really wish I did, but I don't. I wish I knew a solution to these school shooters. One thing I would say is, why don't we put a veteran at every school who's unemployed currently who can be a guard? I know veterans that would jump at the chance to guard our children. They would love that opportunity to be that line of defense between children and evil people. Do I think that's a feasible option? Maybe, maybe not. Do I think it's an option that's going to scare a lot of people because that does put a gun in there? Yeah, I think a lot of people would buck against that. But the fact of the matter is that no matter what we do, there's always going to be evil people. And if we take away our way to be on par with these evil people, power-wise, all we're doing is crippling ourselves. You can go back and look at every government in history that has stripped the right of their people to have guns. It's never worked out well. Ever. Like Mao, Hitler, a bunch of those other dictators. Yeah, they take away guns. All of a sudden, there's nobody to oppose them. They take power, and it's over. Guns are a problem, But a bigger problem is the mental health crisis in the US. These people are sick and need help. I think a lot of these people are just seeking attention, and they know the best way to do it is to get a gun and to go to a school and cause as much pain and suffering as possible. Because once they do, they're on the news. Their name is immortalized. I think that's a big, big issue. And I don't know how to combat it. Because if we don't talk about it, they'll just keep upping the ante until we have to talk about it. And if we do talk about it, they get what they want. They want that attention. This is a very crazy situation that we're in that doesn't have, I think, one clear-cut solution. The fact that we already have gun laws in place that don't stop this tells me that these gun laws don't work for these criminals. They work for good law-abiding citizens, like I've said, but I don't know what else to do. We've already got the background checks. They're there. I have been in a situation where if I had a gun on me, it would have ended a lot differently. I've spoken about it pretty regularly on here to bring light to the fact that a gun is not always the tool you need. Sometimes it is absolutely the tool you need to protect you and yours. Other times, you can de-escalate. I did the de-escalation. I was terrified the entire time that the man I was dealing with was going to get a gun of his own out of his truck and shoot me. I kept myself pretty close so that if he did go for a gun, I was going to make him unable to use it as quickly as I could. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. There are so many people that say, well, if I was in that situation, I would blah, 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 blah. You have no idea what you would do until you're in that situation, let me tell you that. I think we need to help people more than we restrict the freedoms of other people. So in case anything I've said has gotten twisted here, no, I do not believe everyone should own guns. No, I do not believe guns are the problem. No, I do not believe that laws should be abolished simply because they don't work. I think we have a mental health crisis and an attention crisis that is causing people to do these drastic things that get them that attention. Laws are a good thing, but only if you are a law-abiding citizen. Laws keep honest men honest. They do nothing for people who are going to break them anyway. And if you take away our ability to defend ourselves from these evil people, you just give them a leg up on everybody else.